I the asshole for refusing to remove all alcohol from our house so that my sister-in-law can move in. My wife's younger sister, Beth, 26F, is in recovery for alcoholism. She is currently living in a sober house after getting out of rehab. My wife wants Beth to move in with us after the sober house so that she has a support system. Both Beth and my wife feel like living with us would be good for her until she feels comfortable enough to live on her own. My Mill and Phil passed away during the pandemic, which was a big catalyst for Beth's drinking. So, my wife and I are the only family that Beth has left. I am not totally against the idea of Beth living with us. I agree that she should have supportive people around her. But what I don't agree with is my wife's insistence that we remove all alcohol from our house. My wife isn't saying that we have to stop drinking so show solidarity with Beth, but that we should remove all alcohol from the house, at least at first. It's not like I'm an alcoholic, too. I maybe have a drink 2 to 3 nights a week. But, when we bought our house, it had an unfinished basement, which I turned into a bar/game room. It's pretty fully stocked. Stocked enough that we don't have room anywhere else in the house to store all of it. Also stocked enough that dumping all of it would be a huge waste of money. And drinking all of it would require multiple fraternities from the local college and multiple parties. I'd have to get a storage unit to keep it all, and it's just not really a feasible option, in my opinion. This has become a point of contention between my wife and I. I feel like we do have some options. Like maybe Beth just never goes into the basement. I could put a new lock on the door and only I have the key. My wife thinks I am being unsupportive and that I care more about the bar and alcohol than Beth's health and sobriety. Which, I obviously care about Beth's health and want the best for her. But I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into that basement. And I spend a lot of money over the years stocking it to this point. My wife thinks that if I am not willing to dump the alcohol, that I should start asking friends if they want anything and give it away. I told my wife that if we need to have our house be 100% alcohol-free for Beth, then maybe she isn't ready to live with us and maybe she never will be. None of the options I've suggested have been acceptable to my wife. To her, it has to be all the alcohol gone. She told me it will be temporary until Beth feels more comfortable and we can all take baby steps towards having alcohol in the house again. I told my wife that I understand her desire/need to support her sister, but that I feel like she is taking this too far and trying to change how we live our lives to accommodate Beth. I want to be supportive of Beth too, but I also don't want to completely change how I live just because Beth is an alcoholic. My wife thinks I am being an asshole and that if I can't get rid of the alcohol that maybe I have a problem too.